at WLFE-DB.com for upcoming shows and so much more.
Hey everyone, it's Tuesday night again. You know what that means, don't you? It's time to join Mike and Kristie for another episode of Where's My Sage? A show hosted by a psychic medium and a guy on a quest to find Bigfoot. Who would have thought? Together, they will take you on all sorts of adventures, and not with lots of different people. Kristie even gives readings. It's time to sit back, get up and get ready. You can't sample the universe sitting down. Your hosts are waiting. Come on, let's go.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Mike from Where's My Sage, and I'm here with my co-host, Kristie London. And we will try this for the third time this evening because things just don't want to work.
People are like, how do I get on your live? What's going on? So I was like, leaving a message. We're having technical difficulties. Just look on my page or look on Facebook.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Let's see. Joe's here. You got the first seat, Joe. So Joe from
Hi, Joe.
Western New York Bigfoot Investigation. He is out and following us around and us and the. As we will now refer to him as the unknown scientist. We will no longer use his first name. He's now Unk. So
I love that, Unk.
So, okay, Kristie London is put up 60 million messages where I can't get in here. So
what?
I'm going to throw this mouse and everything out the window tonight, guys. So what's new with you, Kristie? Let's, as I say some hellos. Hello, Tim.
Hi,
I'm going to click and say hello and I am Chanel.
Well, let's see. Still recovering from knee surgery.
Yeah, Klutz. Good evening, Penny.
I moved, so I kind of overdid it. My surgeon's not real happy with me, so I had to unfortunately put off the Statler. So I apologize for everybody who was looking for me at the Statler this past Sunday. I was unable to attend. It was going to be too much. There were too many things going on. I can do things. It's not that I wasn't up and around, but I can't do the kinds of things that would have required me to do to get there and back and so on and so forth. So I had to kind of take it easy and there she is.
Yep.
Long time no see, stranger.
Yeah.
So,
no, Robert. Actually, for once, it's actually the universe messing things up. It's not me clicking the wrong stuff tonight.
No, dear.
Don't go there because I have a special red button here. I can just blow off the whole thing. So,
you're so rude.
I know. So
you're crabby today.
Yeah, well, I know I might have to.
You're crabby.
So it's one of those
Sorry, guys. I gotta find my other earbuds because these ones are just not doing it for me.
So yeah, it's been a crazy couple of weeks. Hate to carry. So I'm going to give this mouse a new. Hi, Linda. Chelsea.
Hi, everyone. Nice to see you. It does feel good to be back, despite Mike's crabbiness and the technical difficulties we're having. Because he was crabby before we had technical difficulties.
Well, and I moved the entire room around. So where I had things, where the computer monitor was up to my right, which is going to my left. Never mind. Anyway, it's now on the other side. Yeah. So when I go to move my mouse, and I think I'm going the right way. Right. No, I'm going the wrong way. So,
well, have you left a spot for the new TV? Yes, Jonna. I said then the you didn't tell you were taking
yes, you're sending the back. No, I already have a big TV over there, so I could technically put you up over there, and I'll watch YouTube over on that side. But
excellent, it's coming back to you.
I filled all the holes, so I can do that. So, no, we made it a little more. More conducive to doing some more research. Now I got a nice big 4-foot desk on one side, another 2 on here.
Sorry,
so,
Jack.
Yes. Yeah.
It is what it is. I only have so much room.
Yeah. So, hey, Tim.
Hi.
So,
so nice to see everybody.
All the big folks are coming in. But yes, so Yeah. Well, we got some new equipment. So now I got a new microscope that we'll be using to do some new research.
Wow.
And I moved my magnifying mirror over here
Wow.
because,
So big.
folks, something I have kept quiet for a while.
Uh-oh.
Get a little blue light on here. So,
Yes, Michael, what do
comes
you
up.
have to talk about that's new? You have more exciting news this time than I do.
Yes. So, with some conversations with my research partner and preparing for our show here and talking to one of our guests, I have come up with a concept of analyzing animal hair and possible human hair and possible Bigfoot hair with UV light and the use of the filters on your camera phone. So we have started the Sasquatch pink hair experiment, and we're doing that with Doug Hychek, and Doug was on Monster Quest, and he's doing some other things. So going out and going forward, and you'll find it on my page, actually on Tactical Bigfoot's page, but we'll put it up on Where's My Sage. For you folks that are out in the field and think you may have some suspected Bigfoot hair, or you have a known species of hair. So if you're a big time hunter, we are asking folks to assist us with taking some samples and getting them out. And there's a whole process that's available, and we'll be sharing that on my page in the next day or so. Here, let me pull up another screen, because Mike, I got to have 15 screens going on at one time. And so yeah, there we go. There's the Sasquatch pink hair experiment, and I've been sharing on everybody else's screens lately, so I'm actually have to get to share with my own screen. So we are going to do readings tonight, but it is the Sasquatch pink hair experiment. And this wonderful little project here has a wonderful background of why we're here and working with Doug, and Doug's work with UV light, and my background in law enforcement, and what we're looking for in the hair samples, and how the equipment that you're going to need. And I made one change because we were using some white paper. We're now going to use some yellow. So that's out. And how to collect your hair, and what you're going to need from not turning off the black lights in the drawer, which are actually UV lights, and there's different spectrums they're using, but having sets of tweezers that are sterilized, and all the wonderful stuff is in there. But folks came in for a Halloween and reading show, but everything is in here. You can reach out to me on what we're looking for, and I can get you a copy of this form out. And you're going to go to bigfoothair2021@gmail.com. That's my email for this. And we're going to ask you to fill out this wonderful little form. Take some pictures of your hair samples. They all get logged in there. You just click on a link, and it'll ask you where you want to go from, and you just drop the photo in, just like you would for most other things. And pictures of the location and all that we're looking for. So that is the Sasquatch pink hair experiment with myself, the unknown scientist, and the Unk, and Doug Hychek. So far, we've tested, or one of Doug's guys has tested 28 different animal hair samples. We've got a whole bunch going on, but we can do them underneath the microscope. And it's really cool when they do pop up, because they make a really interesting pink color when they come up. And where is
that explains a lot, because I swear the last time we ran an investigation, I turned around at one point, and I swear to God, Mike was like going like this behind me, like following behind me, and then like, what are you doing? Nothing.
Yeah.
I was like trying to.
Why does Mike have this wonderful thing going on all the time? You know what? Because I'm in the wrong folder. That's what's going on.
Oh, is that because you messed up your screens?
No, because I have it in the drive, because we've been sharing it with everybody. And so
Don't worry, we're going to do another show, and you can talk all about it in detail.
Yes, this is
too cool not to share.
This is definitely going to be a big show and tell kind of thing when we get going here. And let's see what we got here. So this will be out there for folks that take a look. And we've also been working, like I said, been out with Joe from Western New York Bigfoot. He got to go to his location this past weekend, and he showed me where he had his sighting. We also, and I was on Matt Larson show from Central Florida Bigfoot. And Sunday night, actually, if you guys want to see more on this, you can go over to Steve Cull's show. And I did an interview with Steve on Sunday night at Squatch DTV. And you can see some of that really cool stuff. I knew I had it here somewhere I could share with everybody. So let me do a quick little download. So what else is going on? Upcoming paranormal stuff from Kristie on your end as I pull this picture up here.
God, I'm usually better prepared with memory. We have a private investigation coming up this weekend.
Yep.
Nothing real big right now, unless I'm forgetting something, because it's been kind of a whirlwind for me over here. But
so that's what the hair does, guys. It shines pink. So when you hold your flashlight 3 inches away from the target with your cell phone and stuff, it pops pink. And there's more pictures. There's some good videos out there. Doug's got some really cool stuff. The whole hair doesn't light. It's only areas of broken parts of medulla. And again, this isn't a Bigfoot show tonight, so we won't bore everybody on that. So.
Are you sure?
Yes, but you know what? I've been on so many other shows talking about this, and I'm like,
oh my goodness,
our folks.
Yes, you have
get to know about it. So
that's right.
Bring it back to the family, so our sagers know what's going on, what we're doing here.
Absolutely, I know. How rude, right? He left the sagers for last. Although I could say, he left the best for last.
Yes, because at this point, the project has really been putting things together and making sure we have that documentation. So when somebody asks, they can say, hey, we can show you exactly what's going on and get some stuff up. So
it really is pretty cool. And I get bored very easily with the technical stuff. I just like to do my part and get out in the woods. But this is listening to the different shows. If you guys can catch any of them, maybe Mike can list them later, the shows he's been on so far. But like I said, we're also going to definitely make time so you can talk about it here, especially.
Well, yeah, that's an easy thing to bring back to is that, please like, share, subscribe, because, I forgot to talk about that. We are us, and I'll put the occasional ticker up for right now and the entertainment purposes show. Please like, share, subscribe, hit those notification buttons. And so, yeah, on both Where's My Sage and our personal YouTube pages, you can we put tabs together so you can go and see what other interviews, other shows that we've been on. So why we're hiding and haven't been around, you can find them there. And again, all your favorite podcast locations for you folks listening on audio portion, Spreaker, Spotify, iTunes, iHeart, the whole shebang. So, all right, I did my whole little thing on there. So, Travis.
You're very red in the face right now.
Again, it's the camera.
Sure.
I can change. No, look, I'll change colors. That's another UV light. There's one too many UV lights around here, so.
I'm sorry for all the sniffling, everyone. As you can see, I've got some sort of head thing going on again because 3 sinus infections hasn't been enough in the last 4 months. So yeah. So tonight we're excited because we were like, we haven't been on in a long time. We have to get back into the groove. Now that things are kind of settling down again. So we thought it would be fun to bring people on to either ask questions live with us in the chat room or bring you in the studio with us as we've done in the past, or even just to share your ghost stories and, different experiences. Because Mike and I have had our own as well over the years. So come on, let's, do it up. It's Halloween.
Right. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to drop the links in on those channels that I have complete control of. So,
You never have complete control.
Yeah.
You're cute for trying to say that, though. Make it seem real. It seems good.
So as Kristie's doing some reading here, let's go back and I'll grab one or two. We're going to grab them like we usually do when we do a show like tonight. We're going to grab one from the chat, and then we will grab one from live if folks are coming in live. So
is it possible, Mike, to take the invite link and actually like pin it to the bottom of the chat?
Not through StreamYard.
Okay.
I have to go in and do things. So
no, it's okay. I just didn't know. Sheila?
Yeah. So Mike is our first one tonight. Hi guys, nice to see you again. Saying hello with a question. Any messages for my mom? Her name, I'm gonna butcher it, so I'm going to let Kristie pronounce it, but it means little swan in English. Thank you.
Oh, that's so pretty.
Yeah, I'll let you try that one.
Don't wuss out. Try to say that. I'm not going to answer the question until you try. Oh, Mike is going to lose then.
Yeah. So I'm going to keep dropping those in here. Yeah, I'm not trying to be rude. I don't want to mess mom's name up. So, yeah, I can't pronounce my own name today. So.
All right. Hello, Micah. How are you? Oh, let's see. Okay, so real quick, everybody, too, before we do get started, please, when you ask your questions, give me the name of the person that you'd like to hear from. Also, please keep your questions short and direct. What else? Please don't repost it constantly. We do our best to go in order, but in all honesty, everything's going to happen the way it's going to happen tonight. So nobody's ever going to be skipped on purpose. The spirit guides are going to make sure that everybody who is supposed to receive a reading tonight is going to receive a reading. But the whole idea of a group reading or something, group or gallery like this is that you take from the experience. So somebody's message, even though it might not be individual or personal to you or direct to you, may speak volumes to you, and that's what you want to remember. So what else? If ever there is a message you receive that you don't understand or you cannot relate to, please feel free to reach out to me. Not tonight because I will be exhausted, but more so tomorrow or the next day. Excuse me, because I will be happy to explain some things. Sometimes things will be symbolic, or we just need to talk a little more for you to actually make the connection. Never want anyone to walk away from a show, not understanding or thinking that they missed out on something. I'm always happy to help the best that I can with that. Okay. What else, Michael?
Again, we're coming to you from 8 different locations, so you may not see the message that I'm reading off or we're grabbing, just because it is coming from 8 different locations, with the 5 on Facebook, 5 pages with Facebook, and the 3 on YouTube. So again, we're coming to you from WLFE-DB Radio, Where's My Sage, are both on Instagram on Facebook and YouTube. Kristie's pages on Facebook and YouTube, and Tactical Bigfoot on Facebook. So we're out there with multiple locations. So again, I'm not trying to miss anybody. We're going. Kristie is not a doctor, so those medical questions about health, if you feel like your health question is in concern or being questioned, call the doctor. So that is the best thing. If you're in your gut, you feel it, call the doctor. She's not a doctor. So I don't know if she stated the holiday. I don't know if she she's not a doctor. I don't think she stated holiday in last night. So and again, entertainment purposes only, and the occasional explicit language. So why don't we get to Micah's question there? And There's a
Anywho.
lot of hellos we will get to in a minute. So we got some great folks coming in from all over the globe. So that's awesome. You know,
And validation is always welcome. So if you could post validation,
oh, yes, validation.
That's great too. And Mike will put we'll put the link up there shortly so that you can join us live in studio. And if you don't want your face to be seen, you don't have to. We can always. Oh, isn't that nice how he was? Wait, I need to take a picture of this before. Ah, damn. All right, so let's get this show on the road because I don't know how long I'm going to last tonight. I'm not going to lie.
And I might get called into work, unfortunately. So
what? Oh,
and yep.
You'll be fine. Okay, so Miss Micah, your mother was very direct. Your mother did have a very direct question or response to your question. She actually said to you, "You need to do better." And she's not saying that like she's not doing this. She's not yelling at you, but you know what she means. And she's telling you, you can do better. And there's so much out there that, that you need to experience, and being afraid all the time is not healthy. And it's not what she expected or wanted for you. She says, I gave you life. I expect you to live it. It's time to live your life. She's saying it's my legacy. Be true to my legacy. And then she says, I love you. And she goes like this. And then, is it Bushka? I can't quite understand 100% what she's trying to say, but I feel like she's calling you something. It's time to live life to the fullest. I see a big, green, beautiful tree. And actually, it looks like an oak tree. And an oak tree is symbolic of, or represents the fact that you will find love and happiness, but you have to allow yourself to live life to find that. Okay. So thank you for your question. Best of luck with everything.
First mute of the night. Yes, I thought I was just didn't have my volume turned up. So our next question is going to pop in from the back room, and we're going to bring up Joe from down the street. Hello, Joe. How are you doing this evening?
Hey, how's it going? Hi, Kristie.
Hello. How are you?
Finally get to see you kind of like in person.
Right.
Yeah, we'll drag her along with us one of these days. So.
Oh, yes. I'm sure we'll have a meeting one of these days, and Mike will pull up, all the different things. You guys will share screens, and every so often I'll point to something, and then we'll just go from there.
You need to come out to where we were at sometime.
Well, maybe if I ever get invited, I would love to. Actually, I have to get cleared. I have to get cleared to do that. That's why I'm not cleared to go hiking or do anything like that yet. But
when the medium tells us not to run, you're probably not a good thing. So
yeah.
So what we got?
Why do you think I didn't
go? Well, the one thing is that the reason I say that that you should come out there, because there's some unexplained crap, man, that I don't understand sometimes that happens out there. Now, and I'm not going to be long about this because there's other stuff I want to talk about real quick. I don't want to take up everybody's time.
That's okay. That's what the show's for.
Mike sent me a recording back that I gave to him of something I recorded from out in that general area. Now, with the help of another friend, I've managed to put it on a file and put it on a sound analyzer and all other stuff and clarify it. Now, I've put up a short video of it. Everybody, people are wanting to go. Several are like goose, duck, crow, raven. And I'm like, no. I don't know where they're getting it from. It's a weird anomalous noise. Now, I'm fine. I'm fine with it. I'm the kind of guy, I'm like, look, I need evidence. Okay. If you're going to say it's Sasquatch, I need evidence that it's a Sasquatch. Even I don't know if it's that's what it is. And so the people that are also saying, well, it's duck, crow, whatever. Well, that's your opinion. Show me that it is one of those, because it's a weird noise. I've never heard it before. Other people are like, oh, you caught an EVP. Now, to me, what
Which?
EVP means is disembodied voice.
Witch, right. Is
Right,
that area
so-
known for witches or having witches or any kind of witchcraft or any kind of
Not that I'm
them being
aware of.
bewitched?
Not that I'm aware of.
Look into that.
Yeah, I will, because I've been trying to look at all kinds of recordings. I've listened to ducks, geese, ravens, and crows until I'm
Mhm.
blue in the face today. Every recording I could find of any of those vocals, and none of them match what I
Yeah.
picked up.
Joe, do you mind if I share?
Share what?
I've got the clip here on my computer.
No, absolutely. Go ahead.
All right, let's see if I can get this to work here.
And I'm not going to tell you what it sounds like to me. I want to see what everybody else says first.
Can you guys hear it?
No,
No.
All right, let me try something different here.
I could try to bring it up of the thing that I did, and oh wait, even better. Which one sounds better on it? I think it's this one. And I might be able to share it to you, and then you can.
Yeah, I can try it again from here. So let's see if I do a share screen. Do a share screen with audio. Going with that one. This is cool because if you guys can hear it, it's at about the 30-second mark. Let me turn the volume up all the way.
Somewhere it's coming up.
Can you guys hear it?
There it is.
Let's bring that back here and we'll loop it.
Yeah. There it was.
Kristie, Joe, what did you think there? All right. Can you guys hear me now?
I can, yeah.
Okay. Kristie, did you hear it? Oh, you're muted.
Vaguely, what I heard did remind me of an EVP more so than but it was so faint I can't say for sure one way or the other exactly what it was, or then again what it was, yeah, I'm not sure. So you think it might be an EVP though, huh? Other people who've actually heard
I
it?
I don't know what it is. I don't think I couldn't say it's an EVP, but
Yeah, and I think people are
it's
having
I think it's an actual physical.
nobody can hear it. Nobody,
All right.
people are
Let's
can't, it's
try-
too quiet. It's
let's-
okay.
Let's try this. I'm gonna click share audio. That screen. See if it'll work better on that, Mike.
Okay. And then I got to go with your question, Joe, and then we'll go from
Yeah.
there. All right. Go ahead and hit it.
gonna be right in there. Did you hear it that
Mhm.
time?
So are you talking about the really high pitched squealing, almost
No,
metal
I'm
sound,
talking-
or are you talking
No.
about that lower tone, almost like under it?
Right there.
I think we got a crow.
I'll be honest with you, it's very, very hard for me to tell.
Yep.
Yeah.
We
Excuse
just
me,
gotta
and
clean.
these earbuds are not the best either.
Yeah, clean that one up just a little bit more. So
Yeah, I'm gonna work on it some more.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
to me, it sounds like. Come on. It's not what I want. To me, it sounds like. What's that?
yeah, that's. I mean, I hear it, but we got to hit it, run it through that other program I showed you there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I
I
don't
mean,
know.
anything that I'm hearing right now, it resembles more of an EVP than anything else to me, because there were some undertones and some lower pitched, deeper sounds that I could hear, but without actually hearing it, in a clearer, setting. These aren't very good for me to do that, but
We got to
Yeah.
take out the
white noise and
the white
yeah.
the white
the
noise.
background noise. That's what I've been trying. I'm just learning how to use these two apps. Because I
Yeah.
have another one. I have this one, and I also have Sonic
Analyzer. Yeah.
Digitalizer.
Mhm.
So I have two different ones, and they both do two different things, really. And I'm trying to figure out how to clean it up with one and put it on the other. But yeah, I got it a lot clearer than it used to be. I there was times I couldn't hear it unless I had headphones on. Then I could still only hear it fainter. But thanks to
Right.
Mike and another guy, Steve,
Yeah.
kind of helping me out, I've gotten to this point to where I've gotten it to where I played it during a video and everybody, people heard it, but
Right.
and then
Yeah.
that's when I got goose, crow, duck, raven, and I'm like, well, I listened to all those and I can't find one that matches.
Well,
Hmm.
it-
So do you
Never
wanna-
know.
Do you want a spooky story?
Yes. Go ahead.
Yeah.
With it. Yes.
Because the scariest thing that's ever happened to me was my encounter, but I'm going to give you a short spooky story that happened when I was a teenager. And I told this the other night. It happened with a Ouija board, which is one of the reasons why, as an adult, I will not mess with a Ouija board. You bring out a Ouija board to the party, I'm like, okay, folks, bedtime. I'm sorry, I'm out of here. We were three friends, and we had this Ouija board. We were just kids, young teenage, wanting to play around, not knowing what we're playing around with. And that's what you got to be careful with. Careful of what you play around with, because you don't know the
Absolutely.
power of some things.
Yes.
So we're in this shed. It's dark as hell. We waited until I think it was midnight, right? The witching hour.
Right.
And we had 3 candles, and we lit these 3 candles, and we're gathered around this Ouija board. We're going to have some fun. We figured we'd freak each other out, probably mostly. And so we all get our fingers on here, and, I go to start to push it, and then somebody pushes back, and we know it's like this. So I said, man, you guys are doing that. And they're like, you're doing it too. And I was like, all right, well, everybody put their finger on it. Let's ask it a question. And, so everybody put their finger on it, and we were like, are there any spirits here? And all of a sudden, I swear this is absolutely true. All of a sudden, I felt this thing vibrate, and so did everybody else. And everybody's looking at each other. And the next thing I know, this wind, right? It was not a windy night at all. This wind came out of nowhere, blew through the shed, blew out the candles, and this thing started to spin. And we were gone, man. That was it. We were done. Because I was like, no, I'm not messing with that.
I wasn't laughing at that. I was just, when you said wind and whatever, I was just thinking of Saturday night. So.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, geez.
Different kind of wind.
The actual wind or passing wind or both?
There were horror stories in the movie that night.
Yeah.
Another reason I'm kind of glad I don't always go out with you guys. Joe, thank you so much. It was so nice to talk with you.
Don't mess with Ouija boards, man. I'm telling you. Those
you just
things.
gotta understand. You just have to know what you're doing. You know,
okay.
It's all about the same. You're right. I don't think people should just play with them either. It's not a game. But
you might be opening a door to something you don't want coming in, man.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I've never been one to profess to believe in ghosts or anything, but I believe what happened that night, and it was scary, and I was done.
Oh, you hang with me. Don't worry, we'll fix that.
Oh yeah, it'll be there, and I got to reach out to you later because there's some follow up from Sunday's show with Steve where we were. So
you need to fix your shed too.
Yeah.
Fix your shed.
Fix my shed? I don't know what that means.
Fix your shed. Who has a shed that needs to be fixed? If it's not you, it's someone close to you.
Oh, I need to fix my roof.
I'm seeing a shed.
Or my shed. Well, my shed needs new roof too. It's true. It does. It does. The shingles are coming off, and yeah.
Okay.
It does need to be fixed. Yeah.
Well, you have a wonderful night.
Absolutely, you guys do.
All right, brother. We'll catch you later.
And like I always say, don't sweat the petty stuff and don't pet the sweaty stuff.
That's right. Oh, you're no fun. It was a pleasure. Thank you so much for hopping on here with us. It was nice to meet you. Technically. Have a great night.
All right.
He's fun.
Joe's a great guy. Check out his channel. It's awesome. He does some really good work, and we had a blast. We were out sitting there, and we thought it was going to rain, and it turned to snow, and it definitely turned into a different one. Let's see. This is for Debbie. Does Joyce have any messages for me?
Hi, Debbie. First, I heard that you need to have more fun. I feel like you need to get out and have more fun. Not family stuff, not obligation stuff. Like, she makes me feel like you've been a little too much of a homebody lately. And if it's not you, it's someone close to you that she also knows. They need to get out. And then I see your house, and I see like all the decorations and all the things inside, outside. At first, I felt like you did nothing. Then I'm hearing you went all out, but then I'm conflicted. Like you kind of did, but you kind of didn't. And then she's like, next time, like that, next time. So she is definitely keeping an eye on you. Yeah, you're in a funk. You need to get out of your funk. Ooh, happened over on your side, Michael. Oh, that's number 2 for you tonight. All right.
About that. Oh.
So thanks for your question, Debbie. Best of luck.
Okay. Chanel is our next up, and she's going to be coming in from the background. Are you ready? Give me a thumbs up if you are, Chanel. Okay, all right.
Poor Chanel's been waiting a long time.
Yep. Okay,
Hi,
let's see.
Chanel.
The two of you together, which means I need the special ticker and the other. Yep.
What? Wait, what? What? Are you predicting something? What's up?
I'm always predicting something. So for you, Kristie London. So I am not a psychic at all. I just know what buttons to click. So good evening, Chanel. What is your question for Kristie this evening, or your scary story?
Two, if that's okay.
We'll have to try just one for now, okay? And then maybe you can try to pop on or put it in the the doohickey thingy, the chat.
The chat. There you go.
Can't even
I
spit
love
it
how
out.
she just gets around to that one word.
I'm telling you. So what's your question?
Today's the anniversary of my little brother's death. He was killed in a rollover. And the last 2 weeks, I would say I've been dreaming a lot about him. And I hadn't been since the week after his death. And I'm thinking he's trying to get a message to me, and I don't know what it is.
So you're right. Whenever anybody comes to you in a dream, it's not a dream, it's a visit. It's not your subconscious taking over.
Sometimes when I'm on video chat with my friends, they'll see him in the glass pane.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. He was a child, right? He was young.
Yeah, he wasn't a child. He was
like a young teenager.
No, he was in his early 20s.
Okay, so here's the thing.
His first death in his teen years, because
he what?
Cancer. He went through his first death in the teen years because cancer nearly killed him. And he bounced back from that. And then one night when he was too tired to drive and he shouldn't have drove.
Well, hold on. Don't tell me anything else. What's your brother's first name?
Brian.
Sorry.
He's not my blood brother.
Don't tell me anything. So
Okay.
Just give me his first name and spell it, please.
Brian, Bryan.
Thank you. He hated that. He thought the Y made it girly.
He probably did.
So here's the thing. The other thing that I'm being told is that he keeps saying accident. He was saying that long before you even got to any of the other stuff.
Yeah.
He also, I'm very drawn to your shirt. It's very pretty. Your blouse is very pretty. But I also feel like the color is significant to him for some reason. Like, did he like that color? Is it a green or a blue? It's kind of hard. I think it's okay.
It's green.
Okay.
Green.
So he likes the color.
He likes green.
Are you able to validate that? Was that a color he liked?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. So you're right. So what I just heard was you need to understand it's not your fault.
Okay.
Does that make sense to you? Are you open to sharing why or how you made that connection?
I saw him 2 days before he passed away, and I told him he could sleep here. And I had a big green lazy boy chair, and he's so much taller than me. I'm not even 5'2", and he's like 6'3". When he stretches out, he took up that whole big chair. I've got pictures of him in it. And he had fallen asleep for 4 hours before he left me that day. And I had that, those moments when you go, don't let them go, don't let them go. Those little, everybody gets those little jets of energy where you're like, this might be the last.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I got that as he was leaving. And I walked him out to the truck and we talked through his window for about 15 minutes. I'm like, next time you're this tired, you just come on over and you can pop here and sleep. My little boy was only 2 at the time, so it didn't bother me at all,
Right.
And
so he had a red truck. I'm picking up on a red truck.
His brother has the red one. He had the white one.
Okay, so his brother has a red truck. He says, watch out for him. Look out for him.
Steven, don't do this.
Yeah.
I can't in this.
Yeah.
I
He
love
said,
that
look out for
family so
him.
much.
He's going, I don't expect you to do anything. He said, but just keep your eye on him. Make sure he stays out of trouble. The other thing
Stubborn like Brian. That's like
Which is-
asking you not to push the moon over.
He says boundaries. Learn your boundaries. I'm not asking you to fix everything. You always want to fix everything. I'm only asking you to keep your eye out for him. He said the other thing is I keep picking up on a ring. I keep looking at your fingers and I want to see a ring on your finger. What's up with the ring?
Oh, that's a long story.
Okay. So you can make the connection. You know what he's talking about. Okay. So he wants me to know, he's telling me that you must have still been wondering, because he brought that up a couple minutes ago. I wrote that down a couple minutes ago. You must have been wondering if this was really him or not, because he said only you and I really know about that. And he said that's why he brought it up to you, to prove that he is who he is, that you are indeed talking with Brian right now.
I miss him. I've lost a lot of people in my life, but that's the one soul I'd almost say I'd trade for.
He says, no. He says, I want you to go and I want you to live your life. He says, I need you to be happy and carry on and do the things I couldn't do and we couldn't do.
He was a good soul.
Yeah.
He really, really, truly was. He may some days spoke like a box of rocks, but he was amazing and he loved purely.
I know the feel. Wait a minute. Wait. I know the feeling. As I'm picking on him, he's actually helping me out. Look at that. He's such a good guy.
So Chanel, what's the crystal of the week this week?
For me, I'm telling everybody, grab some citrine. You need the citrine this week, man.
Ooh.
It's got some positivities you need. It needs to bring in some more balance, because that retrograde we just went through was a tough one.
I'd say the last 2 hours that he just went through was a tough one, and he could really use some of that.
I'm like, get your citrine. And it's always around me. I have some behind me, I have some over here, and I have some over in my other room, and some up by my bed. It's just,
I just didn't know if you had a new crystal that just popped up this week, and you
really don't want to see what I got on the board coming up, because I haven't had a show in 2 months because I've just hit a long string of bad luck. Freaking retrograde, I swear. But I broke up this shoulder. I broke these 2 ribs. My son this week broke his wrist in 2 places.
Oh, goodness.
It's just
been, okay?
Yeah, he's 10, and we finally got him to. He kept taking that splint they put on him, because my son's autistic, so sensation is everything. And we tried to put a little bit of the casting material on him, and he was not having it.
Yeah.
And when you sensor deprivate autistic children, it's not a good thing to do.
Yeah.
And that's what that was going to do. But he decided, I'm going to take it off to sleep tonight. And he went to sleep last night. And we have a puppy, a 4-month-old puppy, who decided to eat it. So,
jeez.
Midnight last night, I'm in a panic because he's sleeping without his freaking thing on. I'm like, he's going to roll over and break his wrist again.
Oh, gosh.
Or fall out of bed or something stupid like that, because that's our luck, right? So I slept on pins and needles all night long. We went in this morning at 8 o'clock. We got out at 12:30. They put a new splint on him. They said no brace, no permanent cast. His teacher's yelling at me to get him a permanent cast.
Yeah.
And I'm like, just give me a break, God. Just 15 minutes. That's all I ask.
I'm so sorry. He's going to be okay, though. He likes the piano, doesn't he, your son?
He likes any music. His favorite is Michael Jackson.
Love it.
He sings Beat It. He sings, Jackson, come here. He's just amazing. I mean, I got lucky. I have an autistic child, but I have a verbal autistic child. And that's helped me a lot with understanding autism, because It is
Yeah.
such a hard disease. Or
Oh, it
don't call it
is.
a disease.
Oh,
Just a different way of thinking.
all right. Well, I wish you the best of luck. Thank you so much for
Yep.
joining us, and thank you so much for your question tonight.
Put the other one in the chat, and if we get to it, we'll try to grab it.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Okay.
And let us know.
Thank you.
And let us
You
know when you're
didn't
doing
see
your
it
next
back
crystal
there?
show.
What?
So,
You didn't, because I saw movement by the window, and I was wondering if you saw something.
Oh, no, I didn't.
Yeah.
No. All right. Well, you have a wonderful night. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Best of luck.
Have a good night. Thank you for letting me come on.
Yeah,
Yes. Take care. Bye-bye.
okay, let's.
So many people. I love talking to everybody. I wish we had like 10 hours to do this.
Yeah. So we got John from the YouTube. She said
John.
he'll play. He's a 19-year EMT. When do all the souls start messing with my brain in my sleep? That's one of those. Well, I can tell you from my side of the house that
Yes,
find
we need to
folks
share
to
some
talk
more
about.
stories.
Yeah, you gotta deal with them, because those they're not always monsters, but they will stick with you. Find some folks to talk with. There's going to be ones that you're always going to see, and then I'll let Kristie take it from the metaphysical standpoint. But from somebody that's been in first responder and stuff like that for a long time, hence the hair is short, so you don't see the gray anymore. Find somebody, because those ghosts, those souls will spend with you, but they'll watch over you too. So, and I'll let you turn it over to the metaphysical side of the house.
So, the very short answer to your question is when you learned how to ground and protect yourself, because you are extremely gifted and you are also extremely empathic, which is what I am, which means you can feel things. I actually feel like you pick up on the pain of your patients and of the people you are treating in the moment, and that's not a good thing, because it actually throws you for a loop. You have to learn to ground. You have to learn to protect yourself, and then in about 6 months to a year, you're going to find yourself in a place where you're going to want to study, and you're going to want to truly start understanding what you're capable of and how to control it. And a lot of people will say, oh, well, I'm afraid. I don't want anything to do with it. I just want to shut it down. You are not going to be one of these people who can shut it down. You're going to have to learn. The only way you're going to get it under control or be able to put it to rest, at least to some degree, which I hope you don't, and I don't think it'll be that easy, but is by learning yourself, and so that you will gain that control, and you'll reground, or you'll rope it all in again, and it'll be easier for you that way. Discernment is also going to be huge for you. I feel like that one bad motorcycle accident where that poor person, that was a bad one, and I think that one really threw you for a loop. I think that happened quite a while ago. You have one man who still likes to follow you because you helped him, and he's not quite sure what's going on. You need to tell him to find the light. And I wouldn't normally tell you just to, tell you that. But you can handle that. And I think he's just looking for permission to go, because I feel like he trusted you, even though he didn't make it. He trusted you because you took care of him. He was in a bad place when he died. And, yeah, he was missing limbs. Like this was, I'm not going to get into all details, but if you can remember, I'm sure that you've handled thousands of people in your career. There are pieces and parts of him missing from this accident. That's how bad it was. He was in a very bad way that night, and you actually tried to help revive and take care of him. So the best advice I can give you is to definitely start learning how to rein it in and go from there. Okay, so I will be probably starting in the next month, mentoring people again myself. But it's always important. I always tell people when you find a mentor and you find someone, either it's one-on-one or they're off, or they're offering classes or whatever the case is, you want to find someone that you are comfortable with. It's like finding a doctor. If you don't trust them, if you're not comfortable, you need to find someone else. So really look out there, follow your gut. Okay. Yeah, but definitely lines and boundaries as well. If you don't want them just popping in to visit, then you have to tell them, set your boundaries. Okay. And if you have issues, you can always call me. I'll be happy to, donor cycle. Oh, okay. Yeah. So if you have any questions or if like something happens and you need help, by all means, please, text or call me. I'll be happy to get you through whatever's going on. Okay. So thanks for your question. Best of luck with that because I know that it's not easy.
Hi, Chris Sanders. Hi, Sherry.
Hey,
hi, Brian
Chris.
Baum.
Sherry.
We got everybody sneaking in here. So,
Yeah.
again, folks, please like, share, subscribe, and get that out there. And, I got to say thanks to Joe for reminding me. I keep forgetting to download Visual Analyzer to look at EVPs. And that's a great thing. I need to do another sound Bigfoot thing and talk to those guys at the Olympic Project. They do a lot of sound analyzation. So we've got Ashley. Ashley, if you can give me the thumbs up if you're ready to come join us there. Okay, so let's bring Ashley up for her question. How are you tonight, Ashley?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Hi, Ashley. How are you?
I'm doing good. So my question, my husband's grandmother passed away last week. We had a funeral on Friday. And I've been with my husband for 10 years. And all of my grandparents, my biological grandparents, all died when I was very, very young. So she was kind of the only grandmother that I really had for the last 10 years. So I was wondering if there was any messages that she had for me and if she can confirm with you if she was able to do what I asked her to do.
So, so the first thing I saw as you were talking about her was a rolling pin. And when they show me just that by itself, that's their way of letting me know that they're telling me that they were known to bake or they like to bake, even if it was like one thing that they were known for or whatever the case is. Can you validate that?
She was definitely, Polish grandmother through and through. You couldn't leave the house without her cooking you something.
Okay. Baking though, specifically baking.
I'm not sure on that, if she was a full baker or not.
Well, no, it didn't have to be. It could have just been one thing she was known for. I keep hearing Kristie. Did she make those?
My husband worked at Kristie Bakery. The whole family was part of it. So
okay, so she's validating herself that way. The other thing is, after I saw the rolling pin on its own, all of a sudden I saw a woman holding it and she was going like this with it, like she was chasing someone to hit him with it. Can you make any connection with that?
Me, probably not, but
your husband,
my
probably.
Husband, probably.
Yeah. Good. So, she's using symbols, she's using visions. The way she's communicating and not communicating tells me a lot about what was going on at the time of her passing. And what it means is she was not able to communicate either effectively or at all at the time that she died. Are you able to validate that for me?
Yeah, she was on hospice care.
Okay, thank you. She goes, wow, wasn't that a bitch?
It was. She was in the hospital for a while, and then they finally were able to move her home. But in the hospital, my husband was saying, she kept trying to rip the IV and the catheter out. Saying she wanted to go home. She wanted to get dressed.
She wasn't having it. She was like, my terms. She must have had either an accent or spoke broken English or something, because I'm hearing a little bit and it's like choppy, almost like she had an accent. Or did she? Can you validate that?
She spoke very broken English. She came over from Poland, and towards the end, she was only speaking Polish, and it was very broken Polish.
Gotcha. Thank you. She just goes, yeah, that was a bitch too. And I see this really big old boat. Hey, listen, you're not correcting me. You're correcting spirit, okay?
I'm just putting occasional language in there.
You run that twice in the last 30 seconds. I don't want to hear it. And the other thing is too, she when you brought up the fact that she passed just a couple weeks ago and just had the funeral, she told me that there were a bunch of crazy things that happened at the funeral and the services. Like, I feel like things were going wrong or weird things were happening, like little things here and there. And you're like, really? What the heck kind of moments? You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Okay, good. That was her. She likes messing with people, and she wasn't quite happy with some of the things that were going on. She says the funeral was fine. The services were great. People's intentions were good. But she says, I always have to keep people on their toes. Who's Scott?
We don't have Scott in the family.
I just heard Scott. Scott. Friends, family, coworkers.
Not that I know of. I'm trying to think if there was some sort of Polish word that maybe sounded like it that meant something, but there's nothing I can think of in my head.
That's okay. Maybe someone else will be able to make that connection then, but it was really clear. She is in the light.
Not Scotch, right?
Probably not.
I don't know.
I don't know what her drink of choice was, but doesn't
I was so slow on that. I didn't even put it together.
Hey, our viewers are on.
Love them. Okay, so she is in the light. She is at peace. She said, if I had to go, I'm glad it was quick, because I do feel like when it actually was time for her to pass, it wasn't like this lingering long thing. When it was time, it was time. She was like, I've had enough. I'm done. Peace out, kind of, and that was it.
Did she get my message about my angel?
I see. Did you leave her a note or something? Because I see like a folded up piece of paper.
There wasn't a note, but Angel was a baby that I lost earlier this year.
Oh, sorry.
And when she passed, I kissed her and I told her to take care of my angel for me.
Did you put a piece of paper or a note of some sort or write her something? Did somebody close to you that friends, family, coworkers, or whatever, did somebody else do that? Because she's acknowledging that someone gave her a note.
Not that I know of.
She's like, the baby's fine. So she just did, the baby's fine. The baby's fine. Yes. So they're all in the light and they're all okay. It doesn't get any better than that.
That's exactly what I wanted to hear.
Absolutely. Good. I'm glad. Thank you so much for your questions and joining us tonight.
Thank you guys. Have a good night.
You too. Best of luck with everything. Good night. Aw. Scotch. I love it. Who said that? Scotch. Jamie. I love it.
Okay.
Mine is rum. Yours is tequila.
It used to be rum, but I don't know. I'm always on call. It doesn't work.
Tequila's worse than rum. What are you talking about?
I know.
Yeah, I know. I just
guys,
went with the light stuff for the harder stuff because I'm on call.
And I apologize tonight, guys. I'm on call and the weather's all over the place, so the phone keeps going off all over. So, ouch. Jamie's a rum too. A text, maybe a note to her. Oh, okay. That's kind of an interesting. That's a good thought. Text maybe a note.
Yeah, John, thank you. You're right. Yeah, nowadays a note could be anything. It doesn't have to be the folded paper. Just a note, for something. Yeah. Aw. So were you able to? Hi, Jim. Were you able to get those pictures set or no?
Yes.
Oh, cool. I wanted to share something, a little blast from the past. It was right before this was this was at the Statler where this happened. And so I was helping on a tour one night. And for those of you who know Pam, our friend Pam, she did the show with me way back in the beginning when I started. She was on this particular tour at the Statler, and this was back in like 2019 because it was like right before we filmed the episode of Destination Fair that I was on, right? 2018, 2019.
Yeah, just before we about the time we just got ready to start this. So
yeah, so here we are at the Statler. And if you look, so we're on the 8th floor, and Mary Jean Carlo is the spirit of the young woman who jumped out the window and landed on Delaware Avenue back, I think, in the 40s. I want to say the 40s. And so usually when I go up there, wait, don't show them that one yet. So when I go up there, she likes to actually communicate with me, and she works through me. So for those of you who are not aware, yes, every time you work with spirit, it's channeling spirit, but I can truly allow myself to pull myself back and really channel them and allow them to work through me. So on this particular night, we were standing there, and the group was just, you can see a couple of the other ladies were just, we had like a group of like 12 or 15 or something. They were kind of just wandering in this one area. And all of a sudden I felt the need to do this. Now I'm looking this way. The way I'm facing, I'm looking at a window. Behind me are other walls. And because as you can see, like there's walls that are knocked down, and there were rooms that are no longer rooms, but there's all, constructions going on and whatever else. So people were standing behind me to the right and the left. Well, to my right behind me, look at how hard I'm clenching my hands. So when I realized that she was around and she was working through me, you can see how white knuckled I am and how swollen and red my fingers are. So Pam was standing off to my left, and I finally was like, you have to take a picture, start taking pictures of me. And she started taking pictures. And I said, she's here and I can feel her and she wants me to do this. 20 minutes I stood like that. It was crazy. So the next day, somebody who was actually on the tour sent me the picture. Now he had no idea, right? The people were just doing their thing. Some were watching me, some were, but I didn't voice what was going on because nothing really came of it that anyone would understand but me. So the next day I get text messages and I get 3 pictures. And the gentleman says, I just want you to know that at the time you were doing that, I was told to snap pictures behind me, and that's what he got. And I don't know if you can see it, but there's an outline of the woman, and you can see where her arms are up like mine are. So it would have been behind me to the right and down a little ways, probably about 50, 60 feet away from me. At least. And it was a whole different part where you can see there was a little more construction going on where we were not really wandering in that area. And he was told, so he followed his gut and he took these pictures and he texted them to me. And that's kind of a little bit better when you can see how her hands are up like that. So that was pretty cool. Well, I didn't want to just just put you out there. Yes, the gentleman's name is Frank. And I did not know that he was doing that at the time, but it was the coolest thing. And Frank is in the chat room with us now. It was amazing. And I was
Frank, who?
Frank.
Who called him?
It was awesome. I couldn't believe it. It was amazing. And I always appreciate so much when people can do that because you can't always in the moment explain something, right? But, or even really get into detail and back up what's going on in 2 different, something's happening over here, something's happening over there. You can only see what I'm seeing, but you got the other side of it, which was so cool. So yes, good job, Frank. That was awesome. You conjured me. Love you, Frank.
Yeah. Well, the interesting thing is Frank always seems to get those photos when something's about to go crazy.
Right.
And I almost tripped and fell out the window. All those crazy camera lights that he got.
Well, if you learn to behave yourself on tours instead of roughhousing with your friends on a tour, then you wouldn't almost trip and go out a window. Just
okay. First of all, Tom and I went to make sure nobody left the tour. And
I saw you guys run down the hall.
Yeah, we ran down the hall because somebody shouldn't have been down in the construction area. And as we kept chasing the shadow kept going around the corners, and there were no lights to get it around the corners.
That was funny. I wish.
And then when I came back, that's when I tripped or got pushed or whatever. The skeptic in me said tripped because I can't walk and talk anyway. But Frank's got some really interesting photos. Yeah. And then
yes, Frank is great. Yes. But the thing was, I had no idea because Frank was behind me down to my right. So I had no clue where he was even standing because I was facing the complete opposite. And then I went into my zone and I pulled back and I could feel she was there, but she wasn't coming all the way through to really work through me like she usually does.
Hang on, this one's a better picture, and I thought I
did send two because one was better than the other, but he sent three because you can see you always, when you take pictures, you guys, when you're trying to capture something or you're on an investigation, you want to always take 3 to 5 pictures in succession. Boom, 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 boom. Because you want to be able to catch things. You want to be able to see it's there, it's not there, but it's only seconds apart. You can catch things manifesting. You can see it appear and disappear.
It's not doing it justice from here, but no. Yeah, you can. On my screen, you can kind of there's more of a shading here. I'm not a circle guy, but because I can go through and look at both pictures if it's the same size.
Yeah,
you can actually still see it's there. So it'd be definitely better to kind of take a look and see what we can get. Both pictures together. So
that's one of my stories for tonight. So, all right, another question. We should probably try to answer some more questions. But you guys, come on, join us. Tell us about your experiences too.
I think I gotta put
crazy experiences.
Yep, they're there. Click on the StreamYard link; it will pull you in. So let's go. Stephanie's right here.
Stephanie.
Good evening, happy Halloween, and messages from my guides tonight.
I just realized who you are. And I am seeing you in your place of business. That was funny because I walked into a place the one day as a customer and she was like, I believe this was you, right, Stephanie? And she was like, oh my gosh, I thought that was you. And, she had a mask on and I had a mask on and I was like, I'm sorry, what? Because I don't ever really remember, especially if I'm doing things virtually lately too, And she recognized who I was. So I'm looking at the place of business and they're telling me to tell you to get out. Your spirit guides are actually saying it's time to get out of there. Time to go. There's something better waiting for you, but you're not going to know what it is until you make the move. They're saying the time has come. It's like, dun, 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 They're saying bow out now while it's still good and while you're still on good terms. Yeah. So good luck with that because that's all they're telling me. I really feel like what's going on is you've been probably feeling in your gut for a while that change was coming or that you needed to do something different or something was going to happen and now it's starting to. So you need to initiate in order for things to get better. That's what they want me to tell you. So thank you for your question, and I wish you the best of luck.
All right. Again, folks, please like, share, subscribe, and let's pull another one. I just dropped the link back in there for StreamYard. So this is from Amanda. Hey, Kristie, I have a question that I forgot to ask you last week. Does my grandmother know about how my father handled her land after her passing, and how does she feel about it?
Hi, Amanda. Yes, and I feel like she's like, I feel like it got divided. I'm seeing like division, like maybe there was chunks of it either sold or given away or divided for some reason. She's like, yeah, I'm not loving the idea, but what am I going to do about it? She's going water under the bridge. Water under the bridge. Somebody brought something up to your father that was like old news or, something from the past that was an issue that kind of was put to rest. And it's like they're dredging up the past and they shouldn't be. And she keeps saying it's water under the bridge, let it go. So whatever the issue is that's going on, tell them to let it go. Yeah. That's all she's saying. So thank you for your question. Best of luck with that.
All right. Now that we're back and moving again, Chelsea says, oh my God, we need to have stories and pictures of these experiences. How interesting. And yeah, now that we're back doing show, we could definitely,
for sure,
reach out to some folks and do some crazy things.
Even our own. Just with filming the show. Oh, yeah. And I got to tell you guys, I'm so disappointed. We unfortunately, that was one of our other pieces of news I was going to share. Unfortunately, the show, When Darkness Falls, that we just got finished, that I just got finished filming with another crew from Buffalo here, is not going to air after all where it was supposed to air. Unfortunately, that part of the channel it was going to air on is not doing well. So they've decided not to go forward with the newer shows that were going to be on it. So please say prayers. Everything happens for a reason. We definitely believe that, but it's a real bummer because we do, invest our own money and, doing all of that and, our own time to make it happen. And we did a whole season, which was amazing. And I wouldn't change it for anything. But yeah, you could send some positive energy our way and see if, cause it's always nice to be able to know we can reach people and, just get ourselves out there and just be good influences, so it was a lot of fun. So it's really cool to share the experiences that we had with everyone. So yeah, unfortunately it's not gonna air. So we'll keep you posted.
It will air. It's just gonna air in a different location a little later than it was planned. So that's how things work. And and on that note, again, if you want to click on the StreamYard link, guys, and join us live, come on, join us live. We'll take a couple more questions.
I want to see your faces.
Here is from Chelsea. Hey, Kristie, I was wondering if my mom, Sue, or dad, Jim, had anything for me tonight. I've been feeling some weird energy around me lately.
Hi, Chelsea. You're being told to stop fighting. Stop fighting. And I'm picking up on all of your sisters, or at least a couple of them. A couple of you. Stop fighting. I'm hearing you're fighting each other, and that's the wrong thing to do. You're fighting the wrong battle. There's more to this. You really need to. You guys really need to band together because I feel like there is like a wave coming your way, and instead of being at odds, you need to lock in. That's the best way I can say that. All right. So thank you for your question. I'm telling you, there's more. Yeah, I think I think it's one of your other sisters because she's a little out of sorts. So I think you guys need to regroup. You need to ground. You need to protect. You need to regroup. The retrograde's killing everybody. I never, some people are always like, oh, the retrograde's awesome and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, screw the retrograde. It puts me through the ringer every single time. I'm over emotional. I'm cranky. I'm moody. Worse than normal. And Mike, you better not say one word. Actually, that's what it does to him too. So not for anything. It's not just us women. So, but no, seriously, I mean, it is cleansing. It does mean change. So part of all that irritability and whatever is because things are happening and you are shaking things off and whatever the case is. But yeah, you need to talk to one of your sisters. I think you know which one it is. Yeah, for sure. So thank you for your question. Best of luck with that, honey. Nobody wants to come on and join. I want to see your faces. Come on, let's go. Let's go.
The link's in there. I put the link in again.
I don't want to just look at him. Come on.
Don't look at me either.
Well, pretty soon you're going to have another monitor to look at yourself with.
Again, I have another one over here.
I know you're gonna have another one.
I have a little one on the floor over here, the field remote. All right. So Jamie asks, any messages for me from Grandpa's Stam or Atlee?
Okay, this pen has got to go. Boy, I've gone into this drawer a lot tonight. Okay. Tried and true right here.
And there's a no to the monitor because
it's all packed and ready to go. It's all yours this weekend, my dear.
on the other side of Bigfoot, I can put him, but it's not going to happen. I'll get killed.
Yeah. So, Jamie Lynn, let's see. I keep seeing an axe, and I feel like it's connected to your grandpa. Sam. Grandpa Sam. Specifically the axe head. You need to cut ties. Time to cut ties and free yourself. That's what I'm being told. And it's that simple because until you do that, nothing else is going to change. The things you're trying to make better are not going to be better because they can't be better until you break ties. And it is with a person, a situation, and an environment. And they all, I feel like, roll into one. So, yeah. You were staring so intently. I thought something was wrong.
No, I was looking for the cool EVP that we had, where Mike can't pronounce things. I thought this would be a perfect night to use that.
Fire at Hinsdale.
Yeah.
Yes.
Where my grammar gets corrected. Yep.
Yes. Yeah, that was awesome. Yes. So thank you for your question, Jamie Lynn. Best of luck with that, honey.
All right. Next is from Mariah. Hi there. Any messages for my grandma Joan? I corrected myself. Okay, just things to throw. It's my computer monitor. I can throw things at it.
Germ has to clean up, dear.
Yeah. Yep. Any messages for my grandma Joan, Grandpa Sherman, or my grandma Mary tonight?
Grandma Mary. So what I saw was a ball of yarn that could be one of two things or both. When I see that, it could be literal. So you might be able to connect that with her literally. She might have used yarn for things like knitting or whatever else, crafting, whatever. But symbolically, when I see a ball of yarn, what that means is they're telling me about their personality. And what it means is that she was crafty. She's letting me know she was crafty. She could think outside the box. She could get creative with things. Now I'm seeing one of those old style sewing kits. Like my grandma used to have. It actually had 4 legs and it only stood, half a foot off the ground. But you could open it and then it had the tiers. You pull it out more. So something along those lines, something about a sewing kit, but the really cool old style. And now I'm hearing kids, and you're being told to watch them. Watch them closely. I almost feel like we don't want someone to become too adventurous, or there's one that doesn't like to listen. And I feel like there's a fear of someone maybe getting hurt if we don't keep a special eye on them for like the next 2 weeks. Yeah. All right. So thank you for your question, honey. Best of luck with that.
Thank you. All right. And we have Mary Jo in the background. Are you ready to come in, Mary Jo? Give us the thumbs up if you're ready to come in. Thumbs up. All right. She's coming up here on stage. Good evening. And how are you this evening?
Well, hello.
Hi.
It is so nice to see your face.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
You moved your office.
I did. I don't have an office anymore.
Oh, darn.
Yeah, I know. Well, with COVID, it all just kind of shut down.
Must
So
have been a bummer.
yeah,
Definitely.
Aww.
Yeah, put us all in background. Didn't it?
Oh yeah. Yes, absolutely. What can I do for you?
I just recently found out that a friend of mine, a dear friend of mine for a long time, passed away in August.
I'm sorry.
And his name was Paul, and I just would like, I didn't know that he had died, and it was hard to hear. Just wondered what's going on and how is he, and did he ever think about me in the end? Or
the first thing I heard was, "I love you with all my heart."
Oh, that's so sweet.
He said, "You were so good to me. You were honest and you were true. Nobody else knew how to be that way or do that for me. Everyone always told me what they thought I wanted to hear."
Yeah, that's so true. That's very true. He cut me off at the end, kind of, because I think he was married, but we had a not a bad relationship, but it kind of worried him, and I missed him all that time.
He said he couldn't do it. He just couldn't do it. It hurt him too much not to be able to be with you.
Aw, that's so sad.
But he did struggle. But he is in the light and he is okay.
Oh,
he absolutely is. He crossed over immediately. He said, "I know better." I said, I know better. He goes, "I'm not stupid. I have a lot to answer for. I need to get down to business here."
I just wanted to feel him around me, and I didn't think that was going to happen.
Motorcycle? How do you connect to the motorcycle?
Me?
Or maybe with him?
His nephew died on a motorcycle, a very tragic death in a motorcycle, and that I hope that he's able to, catch up with him. Or
yeah, he is. They're together. He said that really affected him, and he never was 100% right after that happened, but they are together now.
Yeah. I just can't. Yeah, that was a tough go.
And there's a height difference because I can see them because he has his arm around his nephew and he's taller than his nephew.
He is a big guy.
Difference, yeah.
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 He was a big guy. And I don't know what how tall his nephew was, but he mostly towered over everybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He says, you know what I expect you to do.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
He said, you know what I expect you to do.
I do, huh?
He says, you know what I expect you to do.
I'll think about it.
Well, he says you need to get out and live your life. He said you don't get to use any more excuses of any situation in your life to keep you from living your life. He said, damn it, Mary Jo, life is too short.
He found that out. Yeah. Okay.
Is there like a Bible or something that he had, or like there's like a Bible or a book that's like a Bible?
He would refer to a small prayer book every morning, and he often told me to get one myself.
Yeah.
When my marriage was falling apart.
Yep. So here it is again. He wants you to get one of those. He says, I would like for you to have mine, but I don't know that that's going to be possible. But he wants you to have that so that you can do what he did to find the peace that he did to find the peace you need.
Okay. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense to me. He did.
Good.
It sounds like he made peace with God at the end, and he went back to a church. He always envied me because I was Catholic, and he didn't really grow up with a religion, and always envied me and his best friend for that. So, his friend John. So, that makes a lot of sense.
But he is okay, and he is in the light. He does watch out for you. He said, you may not always feel me, but I am always around you. He says, you know, I have other people I have to look out for.
Oh, too. Absolutely. He has a lot of people for sure. I want him to be with his kids.
He just called himself a busybody.
Oh, I'm sure he is looking in on everybody. Yeah.
Oh.
And his wife too. I'm sure she misses him terribly too.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Oh, but he's okay.
Oh,
yeah,
good.
He's more than okay.
Good. Good to
I know
hear.
you'll miss him. I'm sorry.
I do.
Yeah. Oh, well, I wish you the best. You're always in my prayers.
All right. Thank you so much for taking my call.
You're so welcome. Thank you for watching. We've missed you.
I know. Now I found you again. Okay.
I'm glad.
Yep.
All right. We'll have a wonderful night.
Thank you.
Okay.
Be safe.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, let's take another one from up here in the audience.
Hey, do we need to take a commercial break?
No, let's take a commercial break. Okay, we'll be right.
It's like
we'll be right back. Yeah, well, I'm out of practice and all that.
I know it's been a while. We're getting back into it. We're back.
Yeah. All right, quick commercial break to grab some water and run to the bathroom. Everybody has to. We'll be right back with Where's My Sage?
WLFE-DB.com, where you can find vodcast shows, podcasts, and more, like Where's My Sage, Inside the Drag Closet, Across the Pond, Paratalk Radio, Just Cindy, and more. So go check out WLFE-DB.com, where talk radio is a whole lot better. Our shows are your shows, and that there makes for a great talk radio.
Hey guys and dolls, this is Casey DeVille, the better half of DeVille Inc., Baltimore, Maryland. If you're ever in Baltimore, stop in and see me and Tony. Invisible Brie, 5920 Eastern Avenue, Baltimore, Maryland, 21224. Give us a call if you're in the area at 410-400-9641, or look us up on the web at DeVilleInc.com. DeVille Inc., where we specialize in you.
Ted Van Son Jr. is a seasoned investigator and well-versed in the ways of paranormal investigation. He is now ready to share his ideas and unique approach with all of you. Flashlight, recorder, and comfortable shoes. Hit the ground running as you follow this easy step-by-step guide to a fun and thorough paranormal investigation, perfect for first-time and lightly seasoned investigators. Think outside the paranormal box. Learn all about the technology and techniques used back in the early days of paranormal investigation. You can find these valuable resources online at Goodreads, Barnes & Noble, Walmart, and Amazon. Get yours today.
Hi, I'm Jenna Grover. In the world of fashion, we get lost in the cost. Everyone wants that special piece of quality jewelry, but they can't afford it. Not on my watch. I sell handmade quality jewelry for a fraction of the price, and that includes jewelry made of sea glass, natural stone, crystal beads, glass beads, Bigfoot jewelry, and more. If you don't see what you want, email me, because I make custom jewelry too. Check out my website at gbythesea.com. Also, you can email me at jewelry@gbythesea.com.
You're listening to WLFE DB Radio. Now, back to our program.
Hi, folks, and welcome back to Where's My Sage? I'm Mike with my wonderful co-host, Kristie in London, and we're here for a reading show. So please like, share, subscribe, hit it. Remember, we're coming to you from 8 different locations tonight, so you may not see the questions that we are asking from the chat because we are on, like I said, 5 different locations. In the chats, if you have subscribed, there is a link to StreamYard if you want to come join us live and ask your questions Kristie live here or tell us a spooky story tonight, as again we're here for that. We're gonna pull another question from the chat here. Got some great chat stuff going in different sections of the conversations of the chat.
I always like to go back later when I'm trying to kind of unwind and just read through the chats to see what the conversations were like, because I only get snippets of it as I look, but I can't really pay attention to it, especially during a reading show.
Okay, this is from Sarah. Sunday was my brother's birthday, and this Saturday makes 2 years since his passing. Any message from him? I haven't felt him with me lately.
Hi, Sarah. I'm sorry about your brother. The first thing I see is a motorcycle. Boy, that's like a theme tonight, isn't it?
That is really the theme tonight.
So I feel like he is actually trying to describe his personality. You might connect with this literally, but I feel like more so he wants me to focus on the fact that he's using it as a symbol and that it's personality. So what it would mean is that he is telling me that he was a very outgoing personality, probably pushed the edge, knew how to get out there and have fun, was probably even a bit reckless. I am hearing accident. It doesn't mean it had to be a motorcycle accident, but he either was involved in at one point or passed from some sort of accident. He's also using symbols to communicate with me, and he is not showing himself or talking to me. So that also tells me, definitely at the time of his passing, he was not able to communicate either effectively or at all. But I'm also feeling as if he is accepting accountability or responsibility in some way, shape, or form for the circumstances of his passing. Even if it was accidental or inadvertent, it doesn't have to have been a suicide necessarily. But I feel like it's like kind of separated. Like he had a hand in it, but he, it was one of those things where you never, he didn't expect that what his decision, or the choices he made were going to lead up to the circumstances that he found himself in. Okay. Excellent. Thank you. Yeah, I really think it's more personality for him, to be honest with you. He keeps, every time I say that, he comes back and says, I hear reckless. No, he was reckless and he knew it. He's bringing up your mother, your poor mother, because that really took a toll. He also makes me feel like she really tried with him. He just said to me, of course, you're not going to feel me around as much. You're mad at me. You're angry with me. So he is acknowledging some feelings that you are having that you need to start owning up to and actually dealing with if you want things to get better. He's also saying something about a son. So when I hear when they actually say something like that to me, it means they want to talk about who, either the person or the place or the thing that's in the here and the now. So he's talking about your son or somebody's son that's close to you. Take care of him. He says, remember that there are consequences to the choices that you make. He says, I'll be okay. And he is in the light. I do receive him in the light. So, yeah. So thank you so much for your question. Best of luck with all of that.
I'm muted. Yeah, motorcycles are definitely the theme tonight. So Sarah says, "Wow, that makes so much sense. Thank you so much."
Oh, good. I'm glad.
We've got some folks coming in. Hi, Diane.
Hi, Diane.
So Christina's here. Sam came in. So definitely a no on getting the TV. Like I said, Chris is there. Tim is here. So right back here at the top. Natalie, any messages for me tonight? Wow, I really can't hear all those things on tonight.
Hi, Natalie. Let's see. Your spirit guides are telling me you need to start hustling. You need to kind of get your butt in gear and start getting things done. Specifically, I feel like you need to start moving things. Like you need to get busy. If you want something changed, you have to change it. But I actually feel like literally you need to like clean things out. I see boxes that need to be moved. I see packing. I see, relocating things. You need to get busy and do all of that. Then and only then are you going to feel more clear-headed and feel like you have more control again in your life. Yeah. Color in the lines. Stay in the lines. Stay in your own lane. Stay in your own lane. That's really important. And that actually has to do with you being involved with other people in their business and happenings and things like of that nature. So thank you for your question. Best of luck with everything.
Oh, there's one here for me. Let's see. Less technical difficulties from last week. Yeah, Chris. I've reset my setup here. John had a question. Being a first responder, how did you deal with 9/11? How well do you do with 9/11? It's a Memorial Day. It's a memory day, and some of the friends that been affected by stuff down there, gets to you. But we are a country. We're one country. We're one group of people, and we need to take care of each other and take care of other first responders. And I actually had an instructor that was in the tower, so it's you take each day as it comes. But those are the things makes me go to work every day. So Let's see where we got the next question.
Didn't you have a paranormal story you wanted to tell? You've had a couple of experiences yourself. Yep, I just totally called you out and put you on the spot.
Yeah, so I can't
Since
talk
nobody
about.
else is, sharing.
Yeah, well,
I wanted to hear some good ghost stories today.
I not good ghost stories, but once I was working in a morgue, and unfortunately we were on the holidays and we were putting somebody away, and they had passed, and it was a bad weekend. There were multiple people, and poor young nurse came down, and the body sat right up from rigor mortis, and she was gone. She was gone. I remember the door stayed on the hinges, but she was gone.
I can't say that I would have stuck around either. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it was my first experience of that. Thank God I had taken physiology and anatomy in college, so I kind of had some dealing and been doing the job long enough. But boop, right up.
Wow.
You want to talk about freaking somebody out, thinking something's haunted? No, have a body sit up on you.
So that can really happen, like to that extent. Like I can see like fingers twitching. Like I can see the nervous system is shutting down. Everything is like whatever. We all think everything just shuts down and that's it. I know there's like a process, but like to actually have an entire person just sit straight up.
Yeah, but you guys have seen enough of the the CSIs and stuff like that. You got the racked up coolers, and you just open the door, and they come out on a tray, and they're double trays, and you're whoop. Yeah, that was low light. It's not like you got all the lights on anymore. Yeah, that was
no way.
Yeah, seen some nursing homes.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, it was oh my God. Just watching that poor brand new nurse just run, trying to put that body back in. Oh boy, it was just unfortunately, bodies do some interesting things, and that can be a little creepy.
Okay.
Let's see, where was I see Sheila's comment in the bottom. And we were up there with Mexico at Casey's cottage there, and I felt like something was playing with my hair. It was kind of creepy, and you had some flashlight stuff and things going on, but I went through and I pulled out every bit of tech I had to look for leaks in the windows and spider webs and everything.
It's always fun to watch you do your thing.
So John says stomach muscles contract and it'll make you do a sit up. Yeah, I definitely did a sit up. So
yeah, but that's not gonna help me when I'm dead. I need to be able to do that now. Where's that reflex when I need it now?
Melody said she be going.
Hi, Melody.
So
hell yeah.
Oh yeah. I've seen some other stuff that I can't talk about, but
you suck.
Yeah.
You can't talk about it. Just bleep out the story.
Yeah, the whole story be bleeped up. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right. I guess we should take one more question before we have to wrap up, huh?
We are going to take one.
All right. Hit me with it.
I'm trying.
Nobody wants to come on and join us. We're almost done. Come on, people. It doesn't matter if you're in your PJs. I get stuck with that all the time.
That, Joe, the doohickey thing better than a chat thing. I missed that the first time around.
This doohickey thing over here.
Okay. From Perry. Any messages from my family members?
So the first thing I saw was it looks like a homemade apple pie. Ooh, I love apple pie. And it's like the top of the pie is more of a dome, comes up a little more. I see you sitting in a kitchen with your grandmother and watching her do things and how she would do things simply and from scratch. And she says to you, get back to basics. You want to know how to fix things. You want to know how to figure out the meaning of life. You want to know what to do next. You want to know what this is all about. Get back to basics. Do things for yourself in a way you have not done them in a long time. She says this world went and got itself in a big damn hurry and forgot how to live and forgot what it means and forgot what it feels like to earn something and to feel the accomplishment and suffer the consequences, whether they were positive or negative. And you know, people were losing that grip on true reality and the meaning of things in life. And if you really want to get back to that, that's where you start. You go back to basics, start in my kitchen. Yeah.
Well, you want to take one more?
Sure. Thanks for your question, honey. Best of luck with everything.
Let's take one more.
All right, let's do one more.
Brian, she doesn't do lotto numbers. I've been asking for a while. She won't even point you to the right slot machine if you're near one.
I don't know what
she always sees
but I still love you,
the
Brian.
right
Still love you.
All right. So we're going to take one more, and we've got Travis down here. Travis, you can give me a thumbs up. You got some light, buddy, there, and we'll bring you up here and ask your question. So, all right, Travis, come on up. How are you doing this evening?
Pretty good, you?
Hi, Travis.
Not bad.
All right.
What's going on?
Oh, I gotta hang on. I gotta pull you out.
Okay, this is. I was gonna say that's G-rated, right? We need this to be G-rated.
Yeah, you gotta put a shirt on, bud, or if you can stop your camera. So, all right, that'll work. All right, we'll bring. No, okay. All right, we'll try this again.
So, Gina, to answer your question real quick, it's actually a private investigation. It's not a
right, Travis, I'm gonna
Travis, put a shirt on.
Yep.
Put a t-shirt on.
There we go. Travis, we'll get you next time there without shirt on. We're right at the end of the show. Yep. Can't do that. So.
Oh, all right. So, yeah, the investigation we're doing is a private investigation. As of right now, there's nothing public coming our way. Although, we do have things coming up in the spring, like the Rochester Parafest. I am doing a gallery reading. I might be doing some other things. We don't know yet. Where's My Sage will be there as a team, not just as individuals, but Mike may even be doing some things there as well, along the lines of the Bigfoot. So it's kind of neat, we get to do things together as a team and then also do what we do best as individuals. So you can look for things like that. And, as the world opens up and people decide to start, doing things again, we will definitely publicize that. But we will, coming up here, it's hard with the holidays and the weather changing, but we are going to start looking to try to get away a little bit and do a public investigation coming up here. So. Yeah.
So,
Travis, no problem, honey.
Yeah, we have no problem. I just there's certain guidelines I got to go by, and
that's so funny. That's all right. It's time to wrap up anyway.
Yeah.
I think so.
and John, I hope that salt tastes pretty good there. So he says he works underground there. So I have a feeling I know where he's at.
Oh.
So. All right. So we definitely. We'll be doing some stuff.
Yeah, for sure. So. We'll have some things coming up, and we'll definitely be. So next week, though, we don't have a show because somebody has to work.
I have a conference to go to. I'm sorry, it's work related.
So
we'll get on soon. So she's moving around. So.
Yeah, but now that everything but now that everything is settled, we are actually starting in November. We will be back every week again, you guys. So things are coming down on some respects. So, but we have some really cool people coming up. Let me look. I don't have it written down right now, but the 9th is going to be Spirit Messages. The 23rd we have Ms. Andrea Perrin. from the Conjuring House. And the following week, the 30th, we have Heather Taddy from Michael.
Yeah. She's done a whole bunch of stuff, and I just completely drew a complete musician. She's done some stuff with Katrina. They got their own show now. And,
they have a new show, yeah.
And
Ghost Ghost Finders? Ghost Hunters.
See, good, throw me off. And
do
you think she did some stuff with Portals to Hell with those guys too, with Jack?
Yes,
and those,
she's done a lot. She's been So we're going to talk to her, and she's actually from Pennsylvania. She is really cool. We got to spend some time with Andrea, but also with Heather and
Michigan Paracon.
Yeah, Michigan Paracon was. We need to get our tickets for next year. That was awesome. We have to go again next year. Make sure we're there. Yeah, that was pretty cool. But Sheila lost it, Mike.
Yeah, it happens. So it's been one of those days today. So let's see. Michelle says her hotel in North Carolina.
Put that
comment. No, that's 10 hours in the car with you. No.
Bite me.
No.
How's that? Bite
me.
No. Don't worry, Michelle. I'll come down without him. I don't need him anyway.
Yeah. So we appreciate all you guys.
Check that out. Are you kidding me? Yeah.
So, well, then we can meet up with Joe and Jesse and do some Bigfoot. So,
okay, there we go. See, there's a method to my madness. Maybe
yes,
not always. On occasion, sometimes.
Yeah, we got Matt wants us to Florida. That's a lot of traveling. That's a lot of time in a car. We're on a plane. Folks, just to remind everybody, we are on iTunes and Spreaker and Spotify and all your favorite podcast locations. If you don't mind going over there, give them a quick download, give them a like. Same thing with our YouTube. Please get out there, share Where's My Sage YouTube. As Facebook keeps acting up the way it does, will we probably transitioning more and more to YouTube? It just gets more and more temperamental. So.
Your mom loves me more than she loves you. Ha ha.
No, Michelle, it is not a park. It's a national forest. And yes, I will hang out in Uari. There are people to hang out with down there. So again, guys, thank you for joining us again. For those of you that are Bigfooters or are hunters and outdoorsmen or outdoors women or people or whatever, trying to make sure I have the right politically correct sign of things tonight. My brain's not working. If you have some sort of hair samples and want to try the UV hair experiment and help us out with that data collection, send me a message and let me know, and I will get you a copy of the paper. We are working with some scientists with a couple of major universities and some other folks are optical specialists. So again, that's out there. Next week I'm on somebody else's show. So I gotta take a look at that. Yeah, so I probably should put that every Okay.
That's awesome.
So
yes. So it was wonderful being back. It was great seeing all of you. Thank you for joining us tonight. Please be safe and enjoy your Halloween. We have all the holidays coming up now, everybody. So, remember to stay well, be considerate of each other, just look out for one another and enjoy every day.
Hey, and here's the thing. We're going in a holiday weekend where guys are going to be out and doing events. Remember, when you get out of the car with the kids or your friends, take pictures of who you're with, not only for the memory. That way, if you get separated, you know what they're wearing, and if you need to find them later. So be safe and
sample on.
All right, guys, be safe.
Good night, everybody.
Somewhere around here is my closing. There it is.